What is going on, my super sandwiches? Rhymestyle here, and today we're going to talk about creating the perfect Dragon Ball Xenoverse character. Now, let's talk about Xenoverse for a second. I'm going to give you two instances of why Xenoverse is actually a very, very advanced fighting game. So, two parts. Part one is when I did the Dragon Ball Z Japanese, the Japanese Open Network test back in August, and then part two will be about the English Open Network test and the difference between both. So the first time I played through it, I got my ass kicked a lot. When I mean a lot, I'm talking about out of maybe like 70 fights that day, I won like 3. And I started wondering, why am I losing so many fights? I'm playing pretty well. I'm using skills to my advantage, but I'm still losing the fights. And the main reason why was, number one, I underestimated how strong my opponents were. I was level 2 the whole day. For some reason, I couldn't level up. I don't know if it was a glitch or I just didn't do it right. I could not level up, and I was level 2, which is a pretty low level at the time. And everybody I was facing up against was like level 5, level 6. So in other words, they were a lot higher than me. Not that much higher, but higher enough to the point where they attacked me, they could wreck my face easily. Now my problem was I ignored the idea of essentially creating the perfect character during the beta, because we only had a day to play it, and I figured I'm just going to play as much as possible to kind of get used to fighting, to the fight style, and then focus more on developing the better character when I play the open network test later. So what ended up happening is I lost a lot because I ignored just that, and I shouldn't have done that. This game is the type of game where you can just jump into the fight, spam your opponent, try to be as offensive as possible and win. You have to be strategic, very, very strategic. So what we're going to talk about in today's video is how to make the perfect character for this game. So, I'm going to say it again. You cannot just jump in. In the previous games, you could do this, where you could just jump in and spam until you win. You cannot be a spammer in Dragon Ball Xenoverse. You have to be good. You have to be strategic. You have to use a perfect balance of melee, key attacks, super attacks, ultimate attacks. You cannot just jump, because it's pretty easy to do ultimate attacks in the game. I'm pretty sure you've noticed in all the video gameplays that have popped up over the last couple months. It's easy to get a special beam cannon every couple seconds. The problem is if you keep using it and only rely on that, you're going to get your ass kicked every single time. Because if you use a super attack or an ultimate attack, you get left wide open, and it's pretty easy to dodge if you're good. So if you just focus on just being a person who plays with super attacks and ultimate attacks, prepare to lose a lot. Now, the trick here is to find the perfect balance of super, key attacks, and escape attacks. Remember, you have up to 4 super attacks you can choose from. There's about 200 attacks you can choose from overall, but your actual character has 7 that they can use. 4 of them are super attacks, which include stuff like melee-based attacks, kamehamehas like wave attacks, key attacks, stuff like that. You have 2 ultimate attacks, which either consist of 2 transformations, or 1 transformation and a ultimate attack, or just straight up 2 ultimate attacks, or maybe 2 transformation attacks. It's up to you. And then your 7th attack is a escape tactic, which could either be a fully mobile attack where you just completely teleport out of the way, or something that's kind of like a defensive offensive move where you blast a bunch of attacks and just bounce back. So the key here is figuring out what 4 super attacks are perfect to fit your character, then figuring out the perfect balance for ultimates, and then figuring out the perfect escape move just when you need it. And trust me, you want to choose the right one. You don't want to just create your character and just choose some attacks and just go with it. You want to test out every single attack in the game, which again, remember, there's 200 attacks in the game. You want to test out every single attack in the game and figure out what's right for you. With me, I suggest, or I guess how I'm going to play, I'm going to definitely do 2 key attacks for blasting purposes, 2 melee-based attacks, so I kind of get that when I'm close, because I'm going to be a balance between having mostly melee-style based fighting, but also since there's going to be distance involved every now and then, I'm also going to be firing key attacks every now and then. So that's why I'm going to do 2 and 2 from the supers. For my ultimates, I'm definitely doing 1 transformation so I can get that when I need it, and of course 1 ultimate attack. Probably, I don't know yet. I might just stick with the basics and do a super kamehameha, because that thing is pretty useful. Or I might actually do the something unblockable, because if the destructiveness is unblockable in the final version game, I think that's going to be pretty dangerous when you're up close. So my ultimate attack is going to be more over something I'm going to use when I'm close range to you, rather than far away or like a defensive tactic. I want my ultimate attack to actually really hit. So I'm thinking maybe something around like a super destructiveness, or maybe even a spirit bomb, depending on how the actual attack works. I don't know much details of ultimate attacks yet, because we haven't seen that many other than what we saw in the beta, and then we saw that 1 video of the spirit bomb. But I'm just gonna play around with the perfect attacks until I find the right me. I'm probably not gonna have the right Rhymestyle until I'm maybe level 30 or 40. Because remember, there's a lot of leveling up to this game. What we saw in the Binomical live stream, there was a level 60 character, and they confirmed in that live stream that you can go higher than 60. So I'm assuming you can go between 80 to 100. I mean, usually games that level up, it always stops at like level 99. But I don't know, it could be 82. It might be 80, and they might have to say it. I don't know. No, it'd probably be like 80 or 100, something around there. Doesn't matter. Point is, you have a lot of leveling up to do. Now the next thing, and this is the most important thing about leveling up your character. When you level up your character, you gain attribute points. I believe it was 3 in the beta. These attribute points you then put into health, defense, attack, supers, and ultimates. And you want to find the perfect balance of what kind of character you want to be. Now, what made me so good in the English beta is because I level up my defense a lot, and I'm going to probably pour a lot of my attribute points into defense because I want to be able to withstand attacks. What ended up happening is later that day when I was playing the English beta, I did not die a lot at all, and I survived a lot of ultimate attacks. Like, believe me, I got hit a lot, but the fact that my defense was so high and my health was pretty decent, I survived most of those attacks without taking that much damage. So I decided for my character, I'm probably going to mostly focus on leveling up the defense and probably do a little bit of offense and then health, because you gotta have health. I mean, if you have low health, you're gonna lose when you're like level 80 or level 100 or whatever. But I'm definitely going to focus on building out my supers, my offense, and then also my defense. Mostly the defense, because again, if you can withstand an attack, if you're good enough, you can win the fight. So that's kind of going to be my focus in this game. Now, again, the big key here for your victory is you have to figure out what makes you most comfortable, what attacks, what what moves goes best with you. Goes best with you, not the, but goes best with you, because whatever goes best is what you're going to get used to playing as more. Again, with me, when I was playing the beta, I stuck around with especially when Cannon a lot because it was fast, and I believe it was unblockable in the beta. I'm not really sure, but I almost always hit somebody when I hit it with it, because I don't know if they just never blocked or if it's just completely unblockable. But if the special cannon is unblockable in the final version of the game, then I'm probably gonna go with that as an ultimate. And I don't know, we'll figure it out. But my idea is I'm going to stick to having an unblockable ultimate attack, and I suggest you guys do as well. Now, remember, for your stamina gauge, your stamina is also going to be important in the game as well. And the more stamina you have, the more you are going to be able to defend and also dodge attacks as well. So also, along with leveling up your defense, you want to level up the stamina as well, because again, that's going to be key to surviving here. Being a defensive player is the best offense in this game. Previous games, you can just jump in and just wreck someone immediately if you're good at it. But in this game, it's going to be very strategic. And this is why I'm so excited about Xenoverse. Xenoverse is introducing a fight system that's been sort of around, but not really. Most people in Dragon Ball Z games are used to just kicking ass. Like, remember in the Tenkaichi 3 days, you pick like freaking Super Saiyan 2 Teen Gohan or like Cell, and you just absolutely wreck whoever you're fighting. Yeah, you can't do that this time. You actually have to be smart, and that's what I love the most about this game. So, the best suggestion I can give you is level up defense and stamina. I don't remember if stamina is actually an option as an attribute, but if it is, that's what you want to go for. But otherwise, go for defense, because again, in the beta when I played the second time around, out of like 100 matches, I won like 95. So that's how much. That was an opposite, because remember, I won like 5 out of 100, or like out of like 70 in the first beta, and then the second one it was like I literally won like 95 out of 100. Yeah. So yeah, I think that covers kind of everything. I mean, once the game actually comes out, I can give you a breakdown, like a better breakdown of how you should build the perfect character, because obviously I don't have all the tools at hand and can't, break down actual attacks and stuff like that or what works best. But of course, when the game comes out, you can definitely expect me to break down everything that you need to know about this game, and I'll of course help you build the perfect Majin, Namekian, Earthling, Human, or wait, no. Perfect Namekian, Saiyan, Earthling, Frieza, and Majin. Is that everybody? I hope so. If I missed somebody or said someone twice, doesn't matter. Point is, I'm going to help you make the perfect character, so when you yourself join the world and face off against the many players across the world, you will be wrecking them, and that's kind of like what I want to help you here with. So yeah, I think that about covers everything. So again, that's kind of give you the basics. Focus on being a defensive character. Level up your defense, try to get your stamina up, and rely on having both of those at a high level when you fight. And don't worry about health as much, because remember, if you have a high defense, then you won't lose as much health. So that's kind of like the win-win there. Whereas if you have a lot of health, you can take a lot of damage by having low defense. So remember, be defensive, and that's the best way to go. And that should be just about everything, I believe. Yeah, I mean, you watch the fight on the screen. This is me doing what I do best, or what I did best during the beta. So hopefully I can, you know, create the perfect character myself and face off against many of you when the game comes out. And by the way, I look forward to fighting each one of you guys. You guys always comment saying, hey, can we fight? The answer is yes. If you follow me on Twitter at Rhymestyle, when the game comes out in February, I will definitely tweet out when I'm doing sub battles, where I'm in a lobby or whatever, and I would love to fight every single one of you guys. So make sure you follow my Twitter right now. It is linked in the description below. It's just at Rhymestyle on Twitter. I'm Rhymestyle everywhere, by the way. People always ask me what my PSN name is and stuff like that. I am Rhymestyle everywhere. If you find a Rhymestyle, it's most likely me. If it's not me, then ask me if it is me, and I'll confirm it is me, which it's gonna be hard to confirm. I don't know, it doesn't matter. Point is, I got my point across. If you enjoyed this video, find it helpful, make sure you punch that like button right in the face. If you have your own questions, comments, or feedback, or any of that, add it to the comment section below, and that should pretty much wrap everything up. Yo, again, I can't stress enough how important defense is. Put some attribute point, because remember, you get 3 every time. I would suggest always putting like 2 into one thing that you want to train. So with my case, what I did in the beta, the English beta, is I would always put 2 points to defense and then 1 to something else. That's kind of like my balance. It was like 2 points to defense, 1 to health. 2 points to defense, 1 to super. 2 points to defense, you get the point. Like always, you know, put 2 into I should have said this earlier actually. Always put 2 points into what you want to focus on, and then a 1 on something else you kind of want to balance and get better over time. And yeah. And again, I mean, you have a lot of leveling up to do. Every time you level up, you get 3 points, so you can definitely spend a lot of time in this game building out the perfect character. So, yeah, I think that covers everything. So again, if you enjoyed the video, punch that like button. If you have any questions, ask me in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer to my best ability. And yeah, I will see all you awesome Super Saiyans in the comment section below, and we'll take it from there. My name is Rhymestyle. You guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in the comment section below. Bye!